Hi, this is Steve Walton from Tropicadian and PatioHeat.com. Today we're going to take a look at this residential application. So we have, actually there's three different areas here. We have this bar stool seating height over here, dining over here, and then just a reclining area over here. Let's go ahead and look at the dimensions. So from center post to center post is what I'm using here. I got 11.4 from here to here. From here to this post over here is 14.6. And then from this post here to this post here is 19.10. And then I have a height here of approximately 10 foot, it's 10 and a half. This distance over here, 15 feet from the center post to the wall. Not sure if I have one here. Yes, we do. Here we go. We got 19 feet 7 inches from the outside edge to the wall here. So you can see I don't have this completed up here, and that's because I'm not really sure what the construction is going to be up here, but what I do understand is that it's going to be a T&G ceiling here, and a T&G ceiling here. This one here I believe is at a slope, and then the one over here is a flat ceiling. A couple of things we want to look at is these fans, the placement of the fans. Also, we have these beams coming across, and I'm not sure whether the doors open inwards or outwards, so I have them out right now. Something to think about. So we're going to look at this area here first, and I have two different options for this area here. The one option would be to place one heater so that we can raise it as high as possible, mount it on the ceiling, and then it only requires 6 inches of clearance. Let me see if I can put that up here. Top clearance is here. So 6 inches of clearance around the top edge of the heater. And obviously we meet that. We could push it a little bit further towards this beam to kind of reduce its, sticking out in the middle of a room. However, I am trying to heat up this area here, and in order to do so I have to move that as close as I possibly can, and I might even want to move it even closer to this fan here. So there is a bottom clearance here. This bottom clearance is 18 inches from the bottom of the heater edge here. Let's see if we can go in here. So this bottom edge here all the way out 18 inches all the way around the heater, and then it is 36 inches down. Clearance to any combustible material, and of course that's 6 inches on top. So yeah, we could move it closer to the fan blade and get a better coverage as far as the seating over here, but let's go ahead and look at the coverage that we have. You can see pointed straight down. We're not really hitting these chairs whatsoever. There is a table here in the center, but that might be a good option for this application here. Now a second option would be to utilize 2 units and place them on the bottom of the beams. Now we cannot place them up here on the ceiling and then meet the clearances to the fan blade and to the beam itself. So that's why I have them located this way, but you can see the coverage this way is a little bit better. You could slightly angle the heater towards the center, so you can maybe put a 5-degree tilt this way and this way. And and by the way, these are 4,000 watt Slimline units. I picked the Slimline unit just because of the fact that it's got this low profile. It's kind of a square looking, so it kind of matches this beam profile. You could use the W series or C series 4,000 watt unit, and you get the same result as far as its footprint. So that would be this area over here, and you wouldn't have to do anything to modify the brackets on either that first option or this option here. So let's go ahead and turn that off. And then the last option would be to place units, and the trick is going to be how to actually mount the units up here. So If I mount it on the wall over here, or even above on the ceiling over here, and angle it out, if these doors come out, then that's an issue. We can't have the heater above the doorway opening up and then causing a fire hazard that way. You know, we can place the heaters along this edge and aim them inwards. We could place, you know, a unit over here and a unit on this side here, place those inwards to meet this area. But we'd probably have to use an extra 4th unit in order to do that, and we wouldn't, you know, be able to mount over here unless the doors open up. Excuse me, open inside. So I want to go ahead and show you the clearances. I want to talk about this bottom clearance again. So what I've done here is I've met the edge, the bottom edge of the heater to the bottom edge of this beam, so that way I'm not in that 18-inch clearance area. The top clearance here, you can see I've got all the way to the edge as close as I can. You know, I got an inch here maybe, but this way I'm not hitting that fan blade over here, and I'm still pushing the unit out towards this direction on the right. I believe the dimensions, let me go back to that real quick. I don't have this marked here, so hold on one second. And dimensions between the 2 center heaters is 8 feet 8 inches. I generally like to be, you know, keep these between 8 and 9 inch, 8 feet and 9 feet center. So this works out pretty well. Let's just go ahead and look at this over here. That to here. So that's 8 feet 6 inches over here. So again, the dilemma is going to be how to hang these units. I would recommend using something like a chain, or you can modify or design your own bracket that would mount on the ceiling. Let me turn the dimensions off here. So yeah, if you were to take a chain and just mount it straight to the ceiling, and then keep the heater level, and then mount a bracket over here. I do have this lower than the ceiling, and that's only because of the fact that, see if I can show that here. It's only because of the fact that I want to keep it at the same, all the heaters at the same level, and also below that back beam over here, so that we can meet that clearance back there. So yeah, you'll have to get a little creative with the bracket on how to mount that, but I think that would work out pretty well. And let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So you can see here with this unit here, we're getting a nice partial coverage of the table. It actually throws it out a little bit this way as well. And then from this advantage point, you can see that we have a nice coverage from left to right here. Now this is a kitchen area, and I would imagine that you'll be standing most of the time back here. You might put a stool back here while you're monitoring your meals or whatnot, but this heater is a 4,000 watt unit. You'd probably want to consider a control system, so you can dim this unit down, as well as here, because of the bar stool seating height here. And if you were to do that, then you might as well do these over here. The ones over here, the 4,000 watts over here, I think you'd keep them on 100% most of the time. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that, but these here, you want to consider that, at least for sure, the right two over here. But so that would be my recommendation for this layout. I know the ceiling could be also flat ceiling. If that's true, then this still works out. And also, you know, if you were considering placing this insert or flush mount inside the ceiling, because it's a TNG ceiling, the limitations is that fan again, and these beams here, and you can't really put one between here to get the area out here that you're looking for properly. All right, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, I'm Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com. If this has helped you, consider a thumbs up. It really lets us know that our efforts are appreciated and we can continue this kind of work. Thank you and have a great day.